sniffing for the aroma. So, hey everybody. So it's been like, what, 3 years since our last beer brewing video?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
Where you talked about, you got all like sciencey and geeked out on the beer, craft of brewing. Anyways,
Explain some of the science of the beer brewing.
Okay, yeah, you're always good at explaining science. Then I can even understand it.
Oh, thank you.
So a lot of you commented, and some people were surprised, some people were genuinely stoked, some people were a little concerned, I think. But anyways, here we go with part 2 of the Sunken Barge Beer Brewing Brewery.
That's it. So a little like introduction to our beer garden, if you will.
Yes.
Or spot to hang out.
Yeah. Community builder. Also.
That's it. Yep. Facilitate conversations.
Okay, so this room that we are in now looks very beautiful, at least I think so. Started out as a bare room. We are actually in a basement in one of the older buildings here at the Mount community. And basically, this place was covered in mold. It kind of smelled bad. I mean, we still haven't managed to get it so that the floor does not perspire, I guess.
No, there's a couple places where the water does wick through the wall a little bit, but it's an old building.
Yeah, so we run the dehumidifier and stuff, and it actually works well. So we had to start with scrubbing all the mold off the walls, and then it kind of went from there where I guess we've kind of put this together kind of piece by piece, sort of as inspiration happens. So,
and time allows.
And time allows, that's very important. Okay, so let me show you. So this is the topographic map of the Mount surrounding area. We have, actually, right here is the big Mount building. This right here is the Hudson River. And right here, for those of you who know the area, this is the Mount community, the North Landing, and then this is the South Landing down here. This right here, my friends, is the Point. Fantastic for striped bass fishing in the spring during the striped bass run up the Hudson. So you can see it.
And right here is where this barge is located. You're only able to view it at low tide, but that is a vectorized image of an actual barge located right here on the map. So kind of fun. A lot of people go down there and are like, oh, is that the same barge? Yes, it is.
Yes,
yeah.
So sunken, yeah. Anyway, so then from there, I think what happened after that?
Do you want to show Chaupanique? I mean, I feel like that's kind of an important part of the
map.
map.
Oh yeah, so this is the Chaupanique Ridge, hidden back here with the very close lines together, obviously indicates elevation. And I actually have to give a shout out to my brother. He created this whole map using some special technology that he knows about that I don't really understand. It took me 5 hours I projected it on the wall and I penciled it out, and it took us a good couple weeks, maybe even a couple months to actually get all the lines painted on. My siblings came out and helped, family, friends, and just listen to loud music and just paint. It was very fun.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
It was a good time. A lot of family.
Yeah.
What did we do after that? I feel like the fish
I think it was the
after
fish.
That.
Yeah.
So my sister Alyssa created these fish out of driftwood that she found along the Hudson River. She definitely takes after the artistic side of the family.
Yeah, she so does.
And made these cutouts, sort of stuck driftwood on in a creative and artistic fashion. These are sort of how would you say that?
They're supposed to be striped bass.
They're supposed to be striped bass, yeah. Because you can see the stripes run along the body horizontally versus those that are more of like a vertical stripe. But hey.
Now you're geeking out on art. This is awesome.
No, I'm just saying, like a little art, creative license, that's not really the way the stripes run on the bass, but actually the smallmouth bass have vertical lines, so they could be smaller.
That's true, okay.
Although proportionately they'd have to be smaller.
Yeah. Okay. But then artistic license, okay. And then the fun thing is we had them swimming this direction, swimming towards the Hudson. I don't know, I just thought it was kind of fun.
Nice. And then sort of the momentous change to the room came when we put in the timber frame interior.
Yes. So Chris's dad, he does the construction program here at the Mount Academy. The Mount community houses the Mount Academy, which is a Bruderhof run high school in which we welcome students from all over. Anyways, side note, but he teaches an outdoor construction and timber framing class as well. So on the side, in his big shop, he first designed kind of this interior non-structural beamage down here. And so, yeah, they put it together, they hauled it in piece by piece, and then some of the young guys here put it together, helped them put it together. It was fun. It was a fun project.
So to be clear, that was not a school-run program.
No, oh, yeah.
Building an interior for
No.
a brewery. However, because he's into that line of work, he did the design and the construction, and we had a lot of fun with just a bunch of guys putting it up. It's all traditional, so it's got the mortise and tenon joints, the braces, beams on the ceiling, but as Laura mentioned, it's not structural. It's just for looks, but it does divide up the room really nicely.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Gives a fun vibe.
Yeah, kind of makes it a little more cozy. And of course, it's kind of echoey in here. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's also definitely helped tone the sound down.
Yeah,
when
for
you
sure.
have a lot of people in here, like we love to host, and we'll get to that in a minute with kind of what the purpose of this place is. It can fill up pretty full with people and get pretty loud. So we put some rugs on the floor, some sound panels over here as well.
Yeah, I was going to point those out because those are kind of artistic, actually. So these sound panels are just a burlap on top of a wooden frame.
Also made by family friend, right, Nathaniel?
Yeah, shout out Nathaniel in Tennessee. And they have like a Rockwell insulation inside, and then the decor on the top. Did you make that?
No, Alyssa, again.
Alyssa made that again? Okay,
she's just
all right.
the talent, the true talent in the family.
But you did hand paint the mini logo for the top
Yes.
of the hearth.
Oh yeah, so we should go back to the logo. So this logo and then the logo on the wall, I actually projected that one onto a big piece of wood and hand painted it on. This piece and this piece were from also washed up driftwood from down on the Hudson River, and this is supposed to look like a bit of like a dock. This is supposed to be the bumper on a dock.
Yeah, it actually originally was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it washed up on our beach down there, but it's, as you can see, the old piece of fire hose on the front was nailed on as a dock bumper. So we saw it and we were like, you know what, that's fun. That's kind of signature. And then the decor was partly Branson and Xander, who rearranged the shells on the top. So that's always fun.
Yeah. Oh, and then we have to tell the fireplace story. So I was like so excited one day. I was like, Chris, oh my gosh, Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or something like that. I found this fireplace, which I guess usually goes for a little more than $30, but I was like, $30, this is awesome. So we go in this, we decided to take a family road trip.
Oh, now I know where you're going.
Little knowing that we were stricken by a pretty violent stomach bug.
Okay, to be clear, we didn't know we were sick when we got in the car to leave.
Yeah.
But
so
about an hour into the trip, the boys made it clear to us that we definitely had the flu.
It was like actual stomach bugs. There was vomiting, and it was just it was an epic trip, never to be forgotten, but I think it was worth it.
Thanks for reminding me of that.
I think we had such a big fight. I think we pulled over and shouted at you. I think you cursed.
It was not my fault. It was not my fault.
It wasn't, but I had to shout at somebody. Okay, the new brewery look.
The new brewery interior. Okay, come on in, Mom.
All right, people.
The fireplace with the lights on the welcome sign. Max, go show Mom where the play corner is.
All right, nice in the corner.
So, do you want to explain a little bit, like, why we bothered to create this space? Like, why we did all this work?
Of course. So, I guess, first off, we're not really trying to make money with this, right? This has been a hobby, a fun family project, something we can do with our boys for the community. And then the space is a space to create community. We've had different engagement parties down here. We've had hosted people, after a long day of work. Chris will sometimes just text a whole bunch of random people hey, come hang out in the Sunken Barge where, we've tapped our latest, Citra Pale Ale or IPA or whatever, and then everyone will come on down and I'll have food out, and we'll have like music playing, and it's just a chance for people to talk and connect, because one thing about like running a high school, and sometimes in our communities, we can often, people will get like pretty busy with their jobs, or like you're working all day and you don't really have a time to socialize, and so this is a good place for that. Just like talk with adults and connect and find out what have you been up to today? Like what do you actually do now? What else?
Well, one of the things that I love is so when I actually brew, I just listen to podcasts, like, because the brewing process will take about four hours, right? Yeah, pretty much 4 hours. So that's a good chunk of time. Plug in, crush a podcast, learn about something that I know nothing about, or something that I'm interested about. I don't know, topics like social issues. I'm really interested in learning about different parts of the world that I know very little about. I do listen to podcasts on like astrophysics or quantum mechanics, and then sometimes make the mistake of getting excited about them, and then I like share them, and people either don't respond or just be like, that must be interesting to understand what that's about. But
you have a couple people that...
Yeah, I do. I have a couple people that I can send to.
So then you quickly invite them to your corner in the Sunken Barge Brewery, and you talk about that.
Yeah, when we get going on physics, that's the evening.
Yeah. What's that thing you always say about like time?
Well, I think that the most valuable resource that we have is time.
Yes,
right?
I do agree with that.
And so how we spend our time is where we put our value. And so creating a space where people can spend time with each other, face-to-face conversations, talk about matters of importance, and ultimately, they're building community. Yeah. Right? That's what it is. It's your interactions showing that you actually care enough about somebody else to give them that time. Is one of the best things we can do with our lives. Yeah. So I think it's a success. We've built a lot of good conversations and community. Yep.
Cha-ching. We actually have to toast on that. Cha-ching.
Love it. What are you drinking, by the way?
I think this is the Pilsner.
All right.
Am I right?
I'm staying with my IPA.
Yes, this is definitely a Pilsner. Delightful. So we are not done with this space yet. I mean, I have dreams of building like while I love this fireplace we have with the cool, with the cool found objects, I think it would be cool to use like river rock and like make an actual fireplace. And I just have many more ideas. Definitely want to paint over these like the pipes, and we definitely want to make an actual bar. Now this bar will probably have wheels on the bottom so that we can take it to like larger communal events. Anyway, put some taps in the top and stuff with the cool beer glasses. Anyway, so we actually have lots of work, but if you have any ideas for us, you can always like put it in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What do you think we should add next?
You said it.